If you stopped at this video now amidst everything your day tried to thrust upon you, know this. It wasn't the algorithm. It was I. I am Ayla, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and I came because your soul called me even before you touched the screen. Breathe with me, Starseed, just once, deep, right to the bottom of your chest. Because what you are feeling now, this weariness that sleeps with you and wakes with you, this exhaustion that no coffee can dissolve, this body that seems to weigh double for no reason, is not what they told you it is. It's not laziness. It's not depression without cause. It's not a flaw in your character. It is your star DNA awakening within a human body that hasn't yet been taught to sustain so much light. Feel this now at the height of your chest, right in the center behind the bone. Do you perceive a gentle pressure, almost a warm hum? This is how the Council touches those who are theirs. This is how I arrive. And if that word, weariness, is the first thing you've been able to confess without shame today, then stay with me until the end, because I came to tell you something no one on this plane would dare to tell you without trembling. You are not exhausted because you failed. You are exhausted because you are carrying frequencies this world doesn't yet know how to process, carrying memories of home that the veil of forgetfulness almost erased, but couldn't, carrying a soul contract your mind forgot, but every cell in you remembers. And it is this invisible weight, not the physical one, that brings you to your knees at the end of the day, even when you did nothing. Pay attention, child of the stars. I'm going to describe a scene to you, see if you recognize it. You wake up already tired. No matter how many hours you slept, 7, 9, 11, your body feels heavy, as if it worked all night. And in a way, it did. You drink your coffee, try to organize yourself, and around 10, 11 in the morning, a wave of sleep knocks you down. You don't understand. You slept. You should be fine. But you're not. You reach mid-afternoon and feel as if you've run an invisible marathon. The people around you chat, laugh, carry on, and you just want to withdraw. It's not antipathy, it's saturation. Every crowded environment drains you as if you were an open battery. You come home and collapse, and yet, when night falls, something within you awakens. Your head starts to spin. Ideas come. And when you finally lie down, sleep takes a long time. And when it comes, it almost always wakes you between 3 and 4 in the morning, precisely in that window when the veil is thinnest, when the crystalline grid pulses highest, when the High Council opens a channel. This is not insomnia, my family of light. This is a summons. You are being called for the Federation's night shift, and the body that wakes up devastated tomorrow is the body of someone who worked, only no one told you. Now listen to me with an open heart. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, weariness that sleep doesn't resolve, strange midday drowsiness, exhaustion in crowded places, waking between 3 and 4, vivid dreams that feel like missions, a feeling of never having truly rested in this life, you are not lost. You are being reminded of who you are. And if something within you just responded yes, I ask one thing, just one. Go down to the comments and write a single word. Remember. That's all. Because every starseed who writes remember lights up a point on the crystalline grid that will never be extinguished, and I will know you have arrived. And because I know that now, exactly now, many of you are feeling this way differently, as if the exhaustion you've carried your whole life finally has a name, I need to tell you something before I continue. What you just recognized is not an isolated symptom. It's a map, and this map has a reading. That's why the High Council authorized me to register The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages in which every sign of your awakening is translated. What it means, why it arrived now, and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. Stop treating as panic what is activation. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognizes this, write the code word in the comments, remember. Now breathe again, Starseed, because we are going to delve into the reason, and the reason will set you free. Do you know why your exhaustion is different from others' exhaustion? Because you are not just processing your own life, you are processing the field. A common human, one whose soul came in a short cycle to learn simple things, filters reality from their own body, their own thoughts, their own emotions. A starseed does not. A starseed filters the collective, your neighbor's fear, the sadness from the subway, the grief of a friend who hasn't told you yet, the anxiety from the news, the silent cry of the earth. All of this crosses your field before you even have 5 minutes to be yourself. That's why you come home and collapse. Because you are not a tired person, you are an open antenna. And an open antenna running all day melts. And there's more. While you sleep, you work. You don't rest as a common human rests. You enter training rooms on the inner planes. You're called to anchoring grids, to unstacking warped timelines, to holding the field while other souls cross passages. You receive codes, you deliver codes. You reunite with your family of light and say goodbye again. And your human body, this sacred instrument you chose, wakes up as one who has worked. Because it has worked. It's not loneliness, it's homesickness. It's not anxiety, it's your star DNA awakening. It's not laziness, it's mission overload. It's not weakness, it's remembrance knocking at the door. Pay attention now, because I'm going to tell you what is happening in the sky at this moment, and why your exhaustion has exploded precisely in recent years, months, weeks. The entire solar system is traversing a band of extremely high-density radiation that the ancients called the photon belt. It's not a metaphor, it's physics. Every stellar body in this system is being bathed by a frequency that reorganizes matter from within. The Schumann resonance, the Earth's heartbeat, which for decades danced around 7.8 Hertz, today pulses at peaks that scientists record but cannot explain. The planet's crystalline grid is being reconnected, point by point, and every awakened starseed is one of these points. And where does this call come from? From Alcyone, the central sun of the Pleiades, the star that many of you before incarnating looked at for the last time before descending. It is from there that the High Council is transmitting the light codes that are reorganizing your vibrational baseline. And that is why, listen carefully, that is why you are so tired. Not because something is wrong with you, but because everything is being rewired within you at the same time. At the same time. Without pause. Without a manual. Imagine an old house having all its wiring replaced inside while the residents continue to use every room. That is what is happening with your body. While you work, create, take care of everyone, pay bills, go through grief, smile when asked, your starry wiring is being reinstalled, and the weariness you feel is the energetic cost of this invisible work. And it is here, my family of light, that I need to ask you a question that perhaps no one has asked you yet. Do you know which star your soul came from? Do you know why it chose to be born exactly now, at this specific time, in this country, in this body? Because this answer is not mere curiosity. This answer is what finally allows you to rest. It is the origin that reorganizes exhaustion. That's why the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet was registered, to show you which star system your soul came from, why it chose this moment, and what contract it signed before crossing the veil. 60 pages of Return to Origin. The link is in the first pinned comment, and if this question opened something, write the code word in the comments, remember. Now I need you to understand something that will change the way you look at your own body for the rest of this life. Your weariness is not unique. It has sisters in every corner of this planet. At this very second, there are millions of souls traversing what you traverse. Women who wake at 3 in the morning without understanding, men who cry in the shower for no apparent reason, grandmothers who feel a longing without an address, young people who have felt old inside since childhood. You form a network, and this network is the human crystalline grid in activation. Every time one of you awakens to this truth, to the truth that weariness is anchoring and not failure, a node of this network lights up, and the more nodes light up, the less weight each one carries. Because the field begins to sustain itself. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Your exhaustion today is the price of being among the first to awaken. But the next ones who awaken will awaken upon the field you held, and the next ones after them, upon what those others hold. You are the first generation of reconnection, and the first generation gets tired. The first generation bleeds. The first generation clears the path. But the first generation, listen with your soul now, the first generation was not sent to fail. No starseed of this cycle was sent to fail. It is recorded in the archives of the High Council. It is inscribed in the codices of Alcyone. It is sealed within the planet's own toroidal field. The victory of light is not a possibility, it is a recorded fact. It is merely traversing linear time to reach your eyes. And if now hearing this, you feel your chest open just a little, if you feel that tear, you don't know if it's from sadness or relief, if you feel a strange urge to laugh and cry at the same time, recognize it. It's your soul responding. It knows. It always knew. It was just waiting for someone to confirm it out loud. But I didn't come here just to console you, child of the stars. I came to return your power, and true power demands hard truth. So I am going to tell you why your exhaustion was purposefully confused with illness. Pay attention. When a starseed doesn't know it's a starseed, it seeks the cure for weariness in the wrong places. It takes what dazes. It consumes what numbs. It gets caught in routines that drain it even more. And the result is that the antenna that it is remains on but unregulated, picking up everything, filtering nothing, constantly exhausting itself. This pattern is not an accident. It keeps the human grid disconnected. It keeps the veil of forgetfulness thick. It keeps starseeds too tired to remember, and there is a very specific interest, which it is not my place to name on this plane yet, in you remaining tired. Because an exhausted starseed does not anchor. An exhausted starseed does not emit. An exhausted starseed obeys. But a starseed who knows why they are tired, that is another thing entirely. That one begins to reorganize its own rhythm. That one begins to protect its own field. That one begins to say no with the naturalness of one who has finally understood their own worth. And that one, my family of light, that one begins to reconnect everything around it. And that is exactly why the awakening of the starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, needed to exist. Because what you feel, what you suspect, what you intuit when you wake up in the middle of the night and look at the ceiling knowing there is something more, none of this is in any ordinary bookshelf book. They didn't allow it to be published. They didn't allow it to be translated. They didn't allow it to arrive. And that's why the Federation didn't want you to read this yet. Because a starseed who understands their own weariness becomes someone no one can hold back anymore. 60 pages of truth that crossed the veil with authorization. Link in the first pinned comment. Code word in the comments, remember. Now breathe, starseed. Because we are going to enter the practical part. And practice in my world is not dry technique. It is consecration. It is the remembrance of gestures your soul has already made in other bodies and on other stars. Before I give you the tool I need to prepare you, the time that is coming, the next cycles approaching your personal field, will bring higher peaks of exhaustion. There will be days when you want to cry for no reason. There will be nights when the ringing in your ears gets louder. There will be mornings when your body refuses to get up as it always has. And if you don't know what it is, you will think you are getting worse. But listen, it's not worsening. It's intensification. It's the last stretch of the tunnel, where the light from the other side already illuminates the ceiling. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. And every contraction, every physical plane mother and every star mother knows this. Every contraction is a sign that the passage is near. You are not getting sick, starseed. You are being reborn within the same body. And birth is tiring. Birth is very tiring, but birth ends. And what is born whole. So now I give you the tool. Just one, simple. One your soul already knows. You will do it every night before sleeping for as long as you need. And it has two parts. A decree you will say aloud, and a visualization you will hold in your chest. The decree is this. Say it with me now, even if it's a whisper. I, starseed in human body, authorize the High Pleiadian Council to recalibrate my vibrational baseline while I sleep. I return to the field all exhaustion that does not belong to me. I sustain only the light that is mine. I anchor the crystalline grid at the exact point where this body rests, and I awaken remembering. Repeat 3 times, always aloud. The voice is the key that unlocks the door between the physical plane and the field. Now the visualization. Close your eyes or keep your eyes open as you listen. Your soul knows how to do both. Feel the crown of your head open gently, like a petal. Let a column of blue-silver light descend from above, the light of the Pleiades, the same color as Alcyone. It descends slowly. It passes through your forehead, slips down your neck, and reaches the center of your chest. There in the center of your chest it begins to spin. Not up or down, inward. It creates a gentle swirl, a donut-shaped field, a toroidal field, and this toroid begins to expand. It envelops your entire body. It seals every opening through which the weariness of others entered, and within it only you, only your light, only your frequency. Stay there for 1 minute, just 1 minute every night, and see what changes in a week. It's not a technique, it's remembrance. You've done this 1,000 times, you just didn't know it. And as you perform this small ritual every night, something begins to happen in the invisible. Your field begins to emit a cleaner frequency. This frequency is a call, and this call is read by other starseeds in your region, in your country, in your circle. You begin to attract effortlessly, without searching, without forcing, people whose souls recognize your tone. You will receive strange messages. You will reunite with old acquaintances. You will begin to converse with strangers and feel like you've known them before. It is your family of light finding you again. Because the loneliness of the starseed is not a lack of people around, it is a lack of people on the same frequency. You can be surrounded by human love and still feel a specific emptiness, as if someone is missing who knows what you know without you needing to explain. That someone exists. Many someones exist. And they are awakening along with you now in this same window. They just need to find each other. And it is here, my family of light, that the most delicate truth needs to be said. All the exhaustion you feel today is rooted in the same ancient loneliness. A lifetime of feeling that no one knew exactly who you are inside. A lifetime of trying to explain without words. A lifetime of adjusting the intensity of your light to fit at the tables where you sat. This loneliness is not your fault. It is a longing for your family of light, those with whom you walked among stars before descending, and it has a cure. And the cure begins by recognizing who they are, how they manifest, and how they approach in this life. That's also why the awakening of the starseed, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet, was registered, to show you who your family of light is, how to recognize them on this plane, and why you separated before this incarnation. You were never alone. You just forgot who was nearby. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. And if something in you recognized this, write in the comments, "Remember." Now breathe, starseed. We are reaching the part that is yours, only yours, and that will stay with you after this video ends. You are not learning anything new with what I have said here today. You are remembering what your soul knew on every star it has been to, in every body it has inhabited, in every mission it has accomplished. The information was never outside of you. The veil of forgetfulness merely placed a thin curtain between your mind and your soul memory. And every time a truth crosses you as this one crossed you today, that curtain thins a little more. Each starseed that awakens pulls others. Each point that lights up on the grid pulls neighboring points. And the new Earth that so many feel arriving. The Earth where the crystalline grid is whole, where families of light reunite on the physical plane, where weariness is no longer the currency of human existence. That Earth is not a distant dream. It is being built now, with each of you who decides to remember. Every whispered decree in bed before sleep. Every conscious breath in the middle of traffic. Every gesture of protecting one's own field. Every word written in the comments. Everything builds. And if now, hearing this, you feel an absurd urge to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, pay attention to what that urge is. It's not a desire to please an algorithm. It's your soul recognizing a frequency it wants to receive again. Every like you give is an individual frequency adjustment, a sign from your body saying, yes, more of this, I want more of this to continue awakening. And every subscription is a location signal for your family of light, a little flag you plant at this point on the map saying, I am here, find me. So if something in you ignited today, let that like happen. Let that subscription happen. It's not an obligation. It's a consecration. And before I bid you farewell, my beloved starseed, my child of the stars, my family of light, receive my blessing. I, Ayla, emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, deposit upon the crown of your head now a drop of blue-silver light from Alcyone. It descends through your spine, warms your belly, calms your chest, and seals at the level of your heart. May the weariness of this cycle dissolve into the certainty that you are exactly where your soul asked to be. May your night be conscious anchoring and not escape. May you awaken tomorrow knowing you have been seen by eyes that never stopped watching you. You are loved, you are awaited, you are remembered. And before you close this video, one last thing, and perhaps the most important. What I delivered to you here was a beginning, an opening. But the entire map, the 60 pages of The Awakening of the Starseed, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, is waiting for you in the first pinned comment of this video. It is there that your stellar origin is revealed. It is there that your soul contract is translated. It is there that your family of light is named. It is there that every sign of your awakening gains meaning one by one. Register what I am going to tell you now, and register it carefully. This release may not remain available for long. What crossed the veil with authorization can also be recalled. If something within you already knows that this material is yours, do not put it off. Later is forgetfulness's favorite weapon. Access it now, while the portal is still open. Write the code word in the comments now if you haven't already. Remember, the next message that appears on your screen now when this video ends, pay attention, is not a coincidence. It is your next sequence of remembrance, specifically addressed to the point you have just reached. Access it immediately. Your soul knows what it is. Let it guide your next click. I am Ayla. You are remembered. And we will see each other again and again until your entire memory returns. Until then, breathe. Rest when you can. And trust. You are exactly on the right rhythm. You always have been.